You're listening to the audio-only version of Cocktails with Cav, the popular video cast streamed live only on X. Follow us here on Spotify or on X at Cav Literature.
Oh, happy Friday, everybody. Ready to slide into the weekend with another great episode of Cocktails with Cav. Have a great show for you tonight. You're going to want to stick around. As always, please look, give us a follow, share the show, let more people get to know these incredible indie creators here on the Cocktails with Cav show. I tell you what, we bring the indie creator meet and greets to you. Not only do you get to know some great works, but you get to know the authors, entertainers, and artists themselves. It can't be beat, ladies and gentlemen. But please, by all means, stick around because tonight's show, we're going international again, going up to Canada and visit with an incredible mystery and thriller author. And she also has a fantastic children's book she's also put out. So ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the stage the incredible author, Cathy J. Hopkins. Oh, Cathy, so glad you could finally make it on the show. We've been back and forth quite a few times getting you on here, huh?
Yes, we have.
Oh, and I tell you, it was a pleasure to get to know you. And ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already gotten to know Cathy on X, all the links will be in the description for the show and her handle here on X as well. So please give her a follow. Got to know Cathy, of course, through the famous Cobbett's Literary Rides. Our good friend in the UK does a tremendous job reviewing works. And of course, she reviewed Cathy's works. And she ended up here. Lucky you, Cathy. You get to be with us here at Cocktails with Cav. Have a drink with us and get to talk about your great work. But yeah, so you're coming to us up from Halifax in Nova Scotia, huh?
Yes, we are. Yes, that's where I am.
Oh, that is so awesome. Well, yeah. I'll tell you what, Cathy, we love for the audience to get to know the creators and especially, we're going to talk about your great work in a few minutes, but please, by all means, tell us a little bit about yourself, your childhood trauma, all that kind of good stuff. No, but yeah, please tell us how you got into writing and
sure.
All that kind of good stuff.
I always loved to write. In junior high, I really loved it. I loved creating stories and all that, and then they continue, but after high school and that, I got married, had a child. And unfortunately, that didn't work out. So I put it aside because I needed to have a for sure income coming in. And then I just wrote on the side throughout the years. And then about 12 years ago, my daughter came to me and said, Mom, it's your turn now. You go back and you start writing. So I started having this dream that I couldn't get out of my head for some reason. And when I went to the doctor one day and he told me, he said, Cathy, he said, well, put it on paper. You have a story in there. So I did. And it's my escape from reality. We all need escape. We live in a crazy world today.
Oh, sure.
Right?
Oh, so no kidding. So your story stemmed from a dream, huh?
Yes, it did. That's where it originated from. Yes.
I guess that's probably why I haven't published anything in a while. My therapist said, "Yeah, don't write that down. Throw away your." But yeah, so you started writing afterwards, and I mean, you work. I guess. Like most struggling indie creators, of course, I mean, it's such a lot of people. That's one of the reasons I love doing the show and introducing people to indie creators is because most indie creators are so just so overwhelmed a lot of the times because you have to be everything, obviously, writer, marketer. And so, and it's just, so do you have a day job or?
Oh, yes, I do. I work full time, Monday to Friday. I'm in finance during the day, an author by night is how I say it.
Right.
And so that keeps me busy. And I am married, and we have a daughter, and we have 3 wonderful grandchildren that also keep me hopping. And I help.
I imagine so.
Yes, I help babysit with them too on the weekends and that. So, yes, it's a busy.
Well, I think it's wonderful the way, you said your daughter finally came to you. You said, Mom, it's your time. That relationship's got to be helpful when you're trying to create, definitely to have that support around you,
Oh, I have the support of my family, my parents, my sister, my husband. He really supports me. And it's a wonderful thing to have that much love and support in your circle when you're trying to, like you said, do everything. Create a book, market a book.
Oh, absolutely. And do you do many, I'm a huge fan of, the author meet and greets.
Yes.
Those. Do you do a lot of those?
I do
locally?
a lot. I do a lot of different events all through this year. Actually, altogether between March and November, I will do about 20 events at different places around the Atlantic province here in Canada. I go up to New Brunswick. Like I have my books being sold at a store in New Brunswick, the store in Windsor, Nova Scotia, and New Glasgow, Nova Scotia. And I'm working on a couple more right now. And I go around to different events, and when I'm there, I sell my books, do a book signing, talk to people about my writing and how I got into it. And it's fun. I love meeting people.
Oh, it is. And like I said, I'm a huge fan. And it's really one of the, reasons I started the Cocktails with Cav show was to get indie artists like yourself, the artists meet. How do I say it usually? It's like we bring the artist meet and greet to you. You can stay in your underwear at your house and, get to know people. But
how do you know? You got camera there? No,
that's why the view is from here up. I'm like one of those judges in court. There's nothing under the robe, so it's. But no, that is fantastic, Cathy. And I tell you, tell us a little bit about your experience. How you ended up here on the Cocktails with Cav show, but just about your work and getting it in to Cobbett's Literary Rides, because I know on X she does basically a monthly competition, right?
She does. Michelle does. And then what you do is you submit your book to her, like on X, and you tell her about it. And she picks one book every month, and she buys it, she reads it, and she does a review on her. And I was the lucky one here back several months, and mine was chosen, and she read it. She wrote a nice review on it. And then she got me in touch with you and said that would be a good idea for me to come on. She goes, if you want to. And I thought, that'd be great.
Yeah.
So, yes, I tell you, she's a wonderful lady, and I really appreciate all her help.
Well, and I tell you, she, lucky you. You get to come on the greatest author interview show of all times, Cathy.
Exactly.
Oh, but we certainly appreciate that relationship we have with Michelle Cobbett, and ladies and gentlemen, you look her up too, please. MG Cobbett on X, give her a follow. Fantastic member of the writing community too. But I tell you what, Cathy, I have to refill my drink. You got me all excited. and because somebody who likes the show, I'm thrilled. But when we come back, please let's tear into your great body of work you have that really fascinates me. Not only do you have some incredible thrillers, but you've also released a children's book this year as well, right?
Yes, I did.
Oh, well, please, when we come back, Cathy, let's tell everybody all about it.
Okay, sounds great.
Okay, everybody, got to pay those bills. Quick mid-roll break real fast. Look, as an Amazon affiliate, I only advertise products I truly believe in, and I wanted to give everyone a heads up on this incredible product that I use myself, especially when traveling. You cannot go wrong with the Camrui Mini Desktop PC. With 16 gigs DDR4 RAM, as well as a 512 gig hard drive, it's as powerful as the big, huge desktop I have at home in my office. And when I'm traveling, look, you can see it fits in the palm of your hand. It's so easy to travel with. With its multiple HDMI ports, I just simply plug it into the TV in my RV or hotel room, and I have as much computing power as I need to even produce my Cocktails with Cav show on the road. So if you're in the market for a PC, please check out our affiliate link in the description. It is so incredibly inexpensive, you're not going to believe it. So do yourself a favor. Go click that affiliate link and check it out. You'll be glad you did. Oh, Cathy, thanks so much for hanging with me through the break. You don't understand. I'm in New Orleans. It's sacrilege to have an empty glass. So we.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, I tell you what, I'd love to. Let's start talking about your great work that fascinated me so much. Getting to know you on X and through Cobbett's Literary Rides. You mentioned earlier during the first half of the show, you began your writing coming off of a dream that you had. Why don't you tell us, kind of elucidate a little more about that, because you have some incredible mysteries and thriller books that we're going to start talking about, starting with The Letters of a Stranger. But yeah, please give us a little more about the dream and how it led into it.
Okay. I kept having this dream and it wouldn't go away. And I would wake up and sometimes it's like, oh my gosh, I stop and think for a second, is this true or not? And so I went to the doctor and I told the doctor about it. And the doctor says, you have something in your subconscious that wants to get it. He said, just go, open up your computer and start writing. He says, whatever happens, it happens, just let it go. So I said, okay. So I went home, I opened up my computer and I started writing. And I tell you, I felt better after that. And it still came to me as I was writing the book. Parts of it, I would wake up in the middle of the night thinking, oh my gosh. So I had my phone beside my bed and I would sit there and take out a notepad and start writing it down so I wouldn't forget it.
Right.
And then the next day I would write in the book after I got home from work. But that's where it originated from. And then once I started, it kind of, the characters took over for some reason.
Oh, wow. Yeah, and that is just so fascinating. And what great advice from your doctor, He's like, go let this thing go on paper, That's advice for everybody out there. Exactly. When you have something troubling you. But geez, yeah, well, tell us about it. So you have this wacky dream, doctor gives you great advice, and you start writing, and out of it, we get the incredible Letters of a Stranger.
Yes, we do.
And I think that was 2021, I believe you said, right?
Yes, December of 2021 it was released.
Well, please give us a shot.
Okay, so The Letters of a Stranger is about the main character, Rebecca. And her parents died in a tragic car accident when she was young. And her siblings had to go and live with extended family. As her life unfolds, she started to receive these letters from a stranger, and they were threatening her extended family. In order to protect them, she had to move out. So she was at the age of 16, jobless, homeless, and no one to turn to. And she has to figure out who the person is. Why are they after her family and her? All before it's too late.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it's just what a story. And no wonder you were freaked out by the dream. Right?
Yes.
Oh, so the story came along and like you said, the characters kind of started taking over for you. Yeah. And I always find you must be doing a good job as a writer when the characters start taking over, right? Because that means they're real, they're getting real.
Exactly.
Yeah. And well, that is incredible. And it sounds like a really great thriller story. And then you followed up, I think just last year, right? With Retribution of the Stranger?
Yes, in March of 23, that was released. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Please tell us about the follow-up, the sequel.
Okay, the sequel to it. And what happens now, it's the same main character. And her aunt is murdered. And she started receiving letters saying, I did it. Of course, there's no evidence. And there's nothing there to find out who it did, who wrote it. And they are threatening everyone she holds dear. So she has to work with the police department to figure out who it is before it's too late.
Jeez.
And after I finished the first one, it didn't quite feel done to me. And the character's like, I want to go on. So I thought, okay, I will start writing second one to see where this leads to. And I tell you, it gets into it and I like it. It's great. There's some twists in it and turns and some stuff that wasn't expected. So
those pesky characters taking over again, huh?
They did.
Oh, I'm telling you what, that is fantastic. And then, last but certainly not least, this year you released a children's book.
Yes.
That's just the cutest dang thing, and I believe you were illustrated by Kate Phillips. And
yes, it was.
Book.
Yes.
And yeah, tell us about that.
Okay, the inspiration actually for this book came from my dad. My dad and mom actually own a bull, a Highland cow bull, named Norm. And Dad said, I want you to write a children's book. I said, okay. So I thought, well, Norm goes missing. Norm the bull goes missing. And so it's written exactly where the cottage is and the landscape. She done perfectly. I gave her pictures. I told her what I want on each page, and she brought the story to life for me. And what it's about is these three kids, they go to Nanny and Papa Gigi's cottage for the weekend, and the windstorm comes through, and the fence breaks, and they wake up. Norm is missing. Where did he go? So you join the adventure of Amelia, Logan, Oliver, and Puppy and Nanny Gigi to find out where Logan, where Norm is. And along the way, there's clues so that the children can spot them out and help find Norm.
Oh, great. So you get an adventure story and some educational, little critical thinking skills built through the book. Oh, that is fantastic. And how did you make that transition from your thrillers to just, suddenly wishing to release the children's book?
Well, the transition to me, I said, well, I'm going to do a mystery. I can do a mystery for kids just like I do for adults. So that's why I figured, well, Norm's going to go missing. There's the mystery. So we got to figure out where he is and how to get him home. And of course, it's a children's book, so it's a happy mystery. And That's how the transition came in. I liked it. Like, I put myself in the shoes of like my grandchildren, because actually they're in the book. Amelia, Logan, and Oliver are my grandchildren. They're the characters in the book.
Oh, that is an incredible, and I'm sure they love it dearly. But what an incredible tribute, right? Immortalization for your grandkids to make an incredible story with them.
Exactly.
Oh,
yes.
That is wonderful as heck. I tell you what. Well, I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, I am so glad you won Cobbett's Literary Rods and got to be on with us and share a cocktail with me and tell us about your great work. And again, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't gotten to know Cathy on X, by all means, please look, give her a follow on X at Cathy J. Hopkins. Wonderful person to get to know. just and as you can tell, what a fun personality.
Thank you so much.
No, I tell you what, it's my pleasure. But I'm just so glad I got a chance to for you to come on, tell us a little bit about yourself, but also, ladies and gentlemen, again, please, the links to her website, KathyHopkins.com. Well, did I miss anything? No, it's Cathy J. Hopkins.
J. Hopkins.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It's because I refilled my drink.
Yeah.
But KathyJHopkins.com, please, by all means, the links will be in the description of the show. Go check it out, and go check out her great work, The Thrillers, The Letters of a Stranger, as well as the follow-up in the series, Retribution of a Stranger. And by all means, check out that incredible kids. I'm going to order that for my grandchildren.
Oh, thank you.
It really is. Norm the Bull Goes Missing. Her children's book released this year. But no, Cathy, really, I cannot thank you enough for taking time out of your busy schedule and coming to us live from Nova Scotia.
Well, thank you so much for having me, and thank you, Michelle, for picking my book and doing the review. I appreciate it so much, and I appreciate you this opportunity for allowing me to talk about my creative works. I greatly appreciate this.
Oh, Cathy, believe me, the pleasure is all mine. I'm grateful. So from New Orleans and, of course, Halifax, Nova Scotia, Cathy Hopkins, cheers, my friend.
Thank you so much.